Whoever you is in this world, you can go through ups and downs, and I feel like that's why the people always accepted me. I feel like that's why I was able to be so successful, because I was just speaking about my ups and downs, and people who go through ups and downs, they related to it. And the people who couldn't feel it at the moment or couldn't get into it at the moment, eventually went through ups and downs, and that's what helped me grow. People tapped in later on, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, life come with up and downs, you know what I'm saying? It's a whole lot more I want to accomplish and get into. I like to look back. I want to take some time to really like take it all in, like what I did, what I accomplished. 'Cause you know, we beat ourselves up so much about what we not doing, and looking at the glass half empty instead of half full. So
I've lost broken love, and now the weather's starting to
Rod Wave,
change.
born Rodarius Green in St. Petersburg. Rod Wave is one of Florida's biggest stars, with rapping bars and melodic singing. Like many stars, his life wasn't just glitter and gold. Hard work, determination, and belief through struggle made him who he is today. This is the story of Rod Wave. First off, he grew up in the hood. His father, like many guys from the hood people, was locked up during the early stages of his life. He said his mama would spend her time raising her kids off a 9-5 job and never chase her dream, stating, he asked her ma, what do you want it to do? And she replied, what do you mean I'm taking care of y'all? This is what I'm doing. Being from the hood, you know all that you do is sway you towards the street. Most times it's for money, respect, or to numb pain or disguise reality, fantasizing about a life that isn't real, and trap, a life that always go around and comes back around. Rather, it's to you or people around you. Regardless, you go searching for some type of feeling to replace the feeling of pain you have. Being young, a lot don't even understand why they do what they do or why. It's just natural nature. Through hardships, he said his brother always made music. That's what him started making his own music. He said his brother would just write songs all day, but sometimes at a singing bar knowing he could sing. That's where he started singing short lines for his brother. I guess you can say that's what inspired him, because if his brother never had him practice, it probably would have never stuck with him. But even while making music, there wasn't any money there right away, so he would eventually be locked up at 14 and sent to jury for an armed burglary charge. In some of his music, he expressed his mind stance during that time, saying stuff like they would flip TVs and couches for money. For people who didn't grow up in a hood, you usually break into a house trying to find anything valuable to sell or visible money. He even stated his famous line saying he slapped Lil Joaquin for thinking he could play with him. Rod would grow older, and eventually his pops would come home. Hearing about his music journey, he bought Rod his first mic. Rod would be scared to drop his music though, saying his friends eventually started dropping it for him on SoundCloud. Rod's music displays passion, pain, happiness, and sadness all in one, with some songs lifting you up and some telling you it's okay to let it go. But don't forget, in most of his interviews, you can tell his music is his personality, which will explain how he makes it effortless, saying all he does is preach to everybody around him to be a better person, that nothing can stop them, and to chase their dreams. He would eventually drop Heartbreak Hotel, which would be his first song that gained a lot of traction, solidifying his path to greatness. He would eventually drop his first mixtape, Rookie of the Year, Hunger Games, which got Alamo Records' attention. He was signed in 2018. That's when things started getting serious. Fast forward in 2019. He dropped his third mixtape, which featured Hard on Ice, which was a big break for Rod Wave, near making him a superstar. It made 25 on Billboard Hot 100 and racked up crazy views on YouTube. He was then invited on tour with Kevin Gates to perform at Rolling Loud in Miami. Thinking he was just gone performed to promote his music. Instead, he would walk out to many fans already knowing his name. Since then, he would go on to become more of a superstar, dropping many other albums. Mixtapes like Ghetto, Gospel, and Pray for Love both made billboards. Fast forward, even after being signed and blowing up, Rod still faced problems, even giving fans a suicide scare after previewing one of his songs and quoting it on his IG story before dropping it. In 2023 to 2024, Rod Wave would go viral for people in his camp getting in a shootout on camera with the cars coming back to his name, and saying he got stopped before shows and that the laws wanted to see him fail. Through all that, still today, Rod is free and still one of the best artists of 2025. His recent album, Last Lap, made billboards, and I won't be surprised if anything else he drops does the same thing. He barely posts, but sometimes you can catch him posting a quick picture or short story. Hopefully he can keep it up and keep going on to be a legend, even though he damn near already is. This was another episode of RapBirthMark. Let me know what star I should do next. Remember, dreams don't work unless you do. And they don't work if you don't believe. Belief is a major part in success. Keep striving, stay righteous, stay dangerous,